What's it like flying over the breathtaking Great Barrier Reef in a tiny Cessna at just 500 feet? Buckle up, because today you're coming with me to experience exactly that. From the front row seats in the cockpit to jaw-dropping views of turquoise water and coral reef, this is a journey you don't want to miss. Our adventure begins in Heart Beach, Australia. Let's take off! Welcome back to the channel. We are currently in Australia, in Heart Beach, Whitsundays. Today we're going to do something super cool. We're going to fly a small plane over the Great Barrier Reef. Only window seat for everyone, so that's going to be nice. I booked this trip with the Fly Australia Charter, small company here in Heart Beach. Currently it's raining now, so hopefully that will clear up, but it's still sunny, so it's rain and sun in the same time. We're going to fly over the hill inlet, the Heart Reef, Whitehaven Beach. So it's going to be really cool to check out this magnificent creation of the world. So let's go. So the aircraft type we're flying today is a Cessna 208 Bravo caravan flight. I think it's carrying around 6 or 8 people. We'll see when we get there. So the flight time is 1 hour. I'm gonna circle around all the Great Barrier Reef. We paid for 2 persons 630 Australian dollars. We found a discount code online which gave us $50 Australian dollars discount. So $630 for 2 people for an hour. I think that's really good. And then we're gonna cruise for 1 hour and hopefully see some magnificent scenery. Despite a few light raindrops, the skies begin to clear and the winds stay calm, setting the stage for an unforgettable flight. The tour ticket also included a convenient shuttle bus from the lagoon or marina to the airport. While waiting, we had the chance to spot a few aircraft flying overhead. Not long after, a minibus arrived to take us to the airport. Once there, we were guided into the terminal for a safety briefing and an overview of our flight.
Place over your head, and to inflate, pull down firmly on the red toggles.
Shortly after, the plane landed with its previous passengers and we were headed out to the airport. Perfect for snapping a few photos. But before we climb on board, let's take a quick look of the seat map of this tiny aircraft. The Cessna 208 Bravo Grand Caravan is a single-engine turboprop aircraft that has been a reliable workhorse since its introduction in the mid-1980s. Fly Australia Charter operates this aircraft in a 1-1 seating configuration, offering 12 passenger seats and 2 seats up in the front for the pilots, meaning everyone gets a window seat. Before boarding, the crew assigned seats based on weight distribution, and we were lucky enough to score the first 2 seats right behind the cockpit. Stepping on board, you will need to duck to move through the compact cabin. The 2 front seats offer the best legroom once the captain and the first officer have adjusted their seat into position. The remaining seats are fixed and have a very limited space in front of them, making the front seats a real bonus. The aircraft is equipped with a Garmin glass cockpit, adding a modern touch to the experience. Once everyone is seated and ready, it was time to taxi to the runway and line up for takeoff. One thing I always use when I'm traveling is a VPN that shields your digital life from hackers and anyone else that wants to snoop on your data. I have partnered up with Private Internet Access, or PIA, as today's video sponsor. I've been using PIA myself for the last 10 years privately, and I reached out to them to see if they could sponsor me. And if you use my link in the description below, you support me and my continuous work here, and you will also get 83% discount and 4 months completely free. And if you're using PIA, your data is shielded from anyone else, and you can also select any other countries in the world that you want to be in. So if you're streaming Netflix or accessing gay-restricted content, PIA can avoid that. So yeah, check out the link in the description and use my link. I would be really happy. As soon as we were airborne and flying over the sea, the breathtaking turquoise water came into view. We climbed to 2,000 feet, heading towards Hamilton Island before making our way to the famous Whitehaven Beach, a true highlight of the journey. Passing over the Whitehaven Beach, we were treated to the stunning sight of Hill Inlet. with its mesmerizing swirl of sand and water creating a natural masterpiece. After exploring Whitehaven Beach and Hill Inlet, we set the course for the Great Barrier Reef and specifically the iconic Heart Reef. The journey to the reef took a bit of time and the route itself wasn't particularly scenic. However, the excitement built as we approached, with the aircraft descending to 500 feet for a closer view. And wow, what a view! The vivid colors of the reef were simply breathtaking. I've let this visual speak for themselves as we take in this natural wonder before we head to the Heart Reef. When we reached Heart Reef, the pilots counted down before executing a gentle bank, giving everyone a perfect angles for photos. Here is what I managed to capture, and it was truly spectacular. The captain made sure everyone had a chance to enjoy the view by gently banking the aircraft from side to side, allowing passengers on both sides to capture photos and video of the incredible scenery. With the Heart Reef behind us, it was time to head back to the airport. The return journey was uneventful aside from spotting a helicopter landing on the beach. The flight felt incredibly safe and the pilots did a fantastic job of maneuvering the aircraft for the best views while keeping us informed throughout. Once we landed, we made our way back to the terminal and the cafe, where I had some time for a bit of a plane spotting. An excellent way to wrap up an unforgettable journey.
Well, this was Fly Australia charter. 1 hour flight over the Great Barrier Reef was amazing to try out. We flew for almost an hour and so many scenic views, and we went down to 500 feet over the Great Barrier Reef, so it was a really good experience. Highly recommend doing it, and it's worth every penny, I will say. Until next time, have a safe flight.